Hey, what's up guys? This is Justin, here with another review this week for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's action movie Skyscraper. So when I saw the trailers for this, it looked ridiculous and absurd, and don't get me wrong, I'm all in for an over-the-top action movie. It can be fun, it can be cheesy, and it's a guilty pleasure. Who am I kidding? But this movie just wasn't that at all. It was poorly executed and just really fell short of anything that could have possibly been good about this film. So let's start with the characters. The Rock plays a former FBI agent and now amputee named Will Sawyer. Him and his family basically live on this high-rise in Hong Kong. His wife, played by Neve Campbell, supports him every step of the way, is always there for him, but I don't know what it is. Their chemistry is just super awkward and it looks like it doesn't belong. I understand they're trying to go for this whole family dynamic, and I do feel that from The Rock. It's just from her, I don't feel anything at all. So The Rock has done movies I've liked recently. Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle was pretty good. And San Andreas, despite it being somewhat cheesy and throwing some logic out the door, was a guilty pleasure of mine. It's really weird to say, but sometimes you just want to see stuff blow up and get destroyed. So the special effects in this movie were okay. Sometimes it looked believable, other times it looked like a PS3 video game. It's just awkward green screen effects at sometimes. It can be really jarring, and it just completely takes you out of the scene. For a high budget movie, I'm surprised they couldn't do better. I know in some of these movies you do have to suspend a little bit of disbelief, like in San Andreas when The Rock's underwater for about 3 or 4 minutes and he just kept on going. I'm like, okay. But in this movie, there's another scene just like that, and you'll know exactly which scene I'm talking about too. My mind was blown how they would even think that something like this was believable. Unless you were someone with superhero abilities, that ain't happening. So in the trailer, there's a scene where The Rock rolls up on a motorcycle through the streets of Hong Kong and he sees the building burning. And basically, 1 minute later, you see him on the crane right next to the building. Looks like no time has passed and they didn't even really account for how long that would take in real life. There's very few things I did like about this film. It was cool to see the skyscraper and all of its technological advances it had. Later on, when there's a lot of action scenes, it's neat to see how that plays along with everything. But guys, in the end, this movie was forgettable. It was ridiculously over the top. It was not fun. It dragged on for way too long. There was a few neat things here or there, but not worth checking out or paying full price in theaters. This is one of those movies where you put on at 2 a.m. when you can't sleep, but you just figure, what the hell, I'll stay up just to see how it ends. Don't waste your time or money on this film. If you do, wait for it to come on demand or maybe Netflix or another streaming service. 4 out of 10.